Hello tank troublers. Today I'm gonna talk to you about how to use a controller for tank trouble, and there's a reason you want to do this. Is because a lot of keyboards, if you press too many buttons at the same time, you end up locking up. So like if I show an example here, like okay, so to go slowly you press up and down, and then you can also turn at the same time. And then if I try doing that with both tanks, it's just not going to work on this keyboard, no matter what I do. A lot of keyboards, they just lock up like that on you. Now, there are a few reasons this is important. One of them is for dodging, because like if you like press too many buttons at once, say you're turning and you're trying to dodge at the same time, you press the forward and backwards. Like if you don't let go of one button before pressing the other, then you could end up not completely doing the dodge right. And then also, of course, if you're doing two players on the same computer, that's also another reason why you want to, get rid of the keyboard lock thing. So one thing you can do is use a USB controller and then use a program called Joy2Key. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to show you how to use that. Now, as long as your controller is USB, it doesn't matter if it's like wired or wireless or PS2 or Xbox 360 or whatever. As long as it's USB, it's going to work. But the reason you need Joy2Key is because Tank Trouble has no direct controller support. It just has those two keyboard controls and that one mouse control. So for our example here, I'm gonna show you how I use my setup. This is gonna be, we're gonna be replacing the arrow keys with these buttons here, just for example, because this is what I do. Now the D-pad, the left and right, so that's what I do for turning left, turning right, whatever. But you don't want to put the up and down on the D-pad, because then you won't be able to go up and down at the same time to move slowly. So I have X for forwards, A for backwards, and then the shoulder button is my trigger. And then let me show you how to set it up. Now I already have a profile created already. This is the one I use for Tank Trouble, but if you want to create it from scratch, of course, I'm going to show you how to do that. File new. Let's just say, whatever. Okay, so new profile. Okay. Now you see this is the part where you map the controls. Now, if you press the buttons on the controller, it'll highlight what you're pressing. See? So I want to do left D-pad to left arrow. So here's my left D-pad. I'm going to change it. Double click, left arrow, right there. Okay, right D-pad, double click, right arrow, and then X is gonna be right over here. As you can see in that highlighted box, just press the up arrow and it puts it in for you. Okay, same thing with A button, that's gonna be backwards, down arrow. And then my shoulder button to fire, and that is what, spacebar? Used to be Q, now it's spacebar, now that they have the TT online thing. And it's as simple as that, really. And you just make sure you keep this window up while you're playing, but that's it. It really is that simple.